Welcome back. We produce a lot of corporate videos in our studios here, and we recently put a video through which impressed me very much with the quality of the product and with the amount of benefits that it offers to virtually anybody who owns any sort of a house. Now, concrete's been with us for a couple of hundred years, and it's responsible for changing the entire face of civilization. A large percentage of the civilized area of this planet is covered with concrete, and it's used, of course, to build high-rise buildings and bridges and structures whose performance is predictable and can be tailored to whatever the requirement may be. But one of the difficulties with concrete is that it's not necessarily that attractive to look at. And I was approached by CCI, Coloured Concrete Industries, which is based on the Gold Coast recently, to put together a video which shows what they can do with the surface of ordinary, grey, uninteresting concrete. Now, the basis of CCI's offering is a coating of existing concrete surfaces to give them a far more attractive appearance, or the application of a special surface treatment to concrete slabs and paths as they are laid, in order again to give them an extremely attractive surface finish. Now, as far as the coating is concerned, for an existing path, the path is first prepared by acid washing and then by washing it off with a high pressure water blaster, which neutralises the acid and cleans the surface. The overlay is then handled in a very interesting fashion. They use a special base coat which goes down over the top of the concrete and which has a number of additives to the basic cement mix, one of them being an acrylic cement modifier which is latex based and which allows the surface coating to adhere extremely well to the surface underneath, no matter how old it may be. Over the top of that is placed a paper stencil, and then over the top of the stencil they spray the final finish. Now, that finish can be in any type of pattern, in any colour or combination of colours that you may require or desire, and in fact it could also have a special fleck added to it, so it almost exactly matches the appearance of flagstones or of pavers or of any other type of surface that you may like to imagine. Now, the fleck is put in afterwards, but the overall application is a relatively simple process. They use a special spray gun. As I said, the material that they put on adheres completely to the surface underneath, to the substrate, and it's been tested to be extremely hard, so it has very, very good long-term wearing properties. In fact, some of the tests have involved extended time frame tests over highly trafficked areas with a large percentage of the traffic wearing stiletto heels, and the surface has come up with no problems whatsoever. Now, the second method involves the application of a special stamped overlay onto a pad before the concrete of that pad has dried. And in the case of the path leading to this gazebo, the formwork is set up and it's made sure that that is actually absolutely true and accurate. The concrete is laid and troweled. The colour is then put over the surface of the concrete, and a special stamp is used to put the divisions of whatever pattern you may require in the surface of the concrete. That is then tidied up as the stamps are removed, and a fleck is then put over the surface. Now, the resultant finish is spectacular indeed. It looks very much like pavers, or if you like, tiles, but it has the added advantage of having no divisions and no cracks in between the pattern, so that you can't get weeds and grass growing up through the pattern itself. The third application is very similar to the first one, but it goes over an uncured concrete pad. It involves the application of the stencil to the concrete before it dries. Then over the top of the stencil goes the colour, and that goes on in a reasonable thickness so that it looks even more like pavers, and you can have absolutely any pattern you desire, including this quite interesting circular brick pattern which is in the middle of the path, and certainly enhances the overall look of it. Now, again, the stencil goes down over the wet concrete. It is troweled in. Over the top of that goes the colour, which has the acrylic cement modifier incorporated in it, and then over the top of that again goes the special colour and the fleck, which is applied to all of these surfaces. Then the stencil is lifted. In all cases, all of these surfaces are then treated with a special clear coat, which is acrylic based and which reduces the wear factor, maintains the appearance, and also it shields the surface from ultraviolet bombardment, which allows it to maintain its colour over an extended period of time. Now, the combination of patterns and colours and surface finishes is almost limitless. CCI have a huge range of different surface finishes. It can be applied on uneven surfaces, it can be applied up and down slopes, it can even go up stairways. So it certainly is a wonderful way to enhance the overall appearance of your house, to fit in with whatever landscaping you may have, and your pattern can be designed so that it does that extremely well. And it's also extremely reasonably priced, and the value that it will add to your property goes way beyond what this application procedure will cost. Stamped concrete, which is called faux brick, the trade name is faux brick, and that's spelled F-A-U-X, which is a French word for false brick, from CCI, Coloured Concrete Industries from the Gold Coast. If you'd like more information, give us a call. We'll be back right after this break.